All right, this next song is called "How I Feel," and it's kind of my existential anthem. Let me just tune up for a second here. I Sorry, you gotta do it. The weather, gets hot. Guitars get a little cranky. Um, yeah, back to this next song. I call it my existential anthem. I have a band. It's called No Exit after Jean-Paul Sartre play No Exit, and I realized I tossed the term existentialism around maybe a bit loosely. And so I went back and I looked up some definitions the other day, and they were all so dark, they were all so depressing, and I don't think about existentialism that way at all. So I wanted to create a new genre that's called ecstatic existentialism, but I don't know if I'll get very far with that. So this song is called "How I Feel," and in the second verse, when I do it live, there's audience participation, and the participation is simply to say it's really kind of a just basic human thing to say. So it's fun when you do it with a group of people. I know we're all kind of in our little atomized, no pun intended, places. But you might want to just feel free to as much as you want. Hopefully you'll get the idea with where the hus come. All right. In the morning, when the sun comes up and the stillness isn't nothing, in the evening, as I turn around, still reflecting on what I found, and I know just how I feel. Was I angry? Was it for myself, or did I uphold someone else? Or consider how I might convey love's abundance with the words I say. And as I walk these frozen shores, seeking ever something more, the notion of my mortal frame calls me back to loving more again. So if you see me as I'm walking on, if you see me by the setting sun, come and take my hand as I walk along in this moment to which we belong, in the brightness of a brand new day where the workers love and the lovers play. Yeah, when I feel it, well, I can talk that talk, but when I don't, well, I can walk that walk. Can I feel it in my heart and touch it, see it, make it start? I will do what I can do and take your hand to help me through. Yes, I feel it in my heart and touch it, see it, make it start. I will do what I can do, take your hand to help me through. And as I walk these frozen shores, seeking ever something more, the notion of my mortal frame calls me back to loving more again, calls me back to loving more again. All right. Let me check the time here. I don't have my glasses on, so that's why I'm squinting. So I think we got one more then. Am I right? Yep, I'm getting, Vahid is nodding. It's cool. I'll do one more for you. This is called Some Will Fly. And sending this one out to Daniel Ellsberg's family. Some will fly and some will cry, and some will fly and some will cry. Some will fly and some will cry tonight. Oh, some will fly and oh, some will cry and oh, some will fly tonight. Better get you some lovin'. Spread around and give it back when you're done. Got to get you some lovin'. Spread around and give it back when you're done. And oh, some will fly and oh, some will cry and oh, some will fly tonight. Once upon a time we are born to this world. Our eyes are open and our hearts unfurl. Our needs are simple, we just need to be loved, to be seen, to be heard, to be held. Oh, some will fly and oh, some will cry and oh, some will fly tonight. 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 So I heard a great quote from Daniel Ellsberg today on KPFA, and I was going to write it down, but I didn't quite get it together. The basic thing was Daniel kept giving examples of great improbable events that were unlikely, starting with the fact that he did not spend his life in prison, which the odds were stacked heavily against him. And by some twist of courage and folly of Nixon, the arrogance of Nixon in committing crimes in the trial around Daniel, the case was thrown out, and he was able to spend the rest of his life fighting nuclear weapons. And he gives some other examples, but his point was just that South Africa, the odds of a nonviolent revolution succeeding in South Africa were so low. So, because people were always saying, well, you've been doing this for decades, and, we still got all these nuclear weapons. But Daniel had that courage, that vision, that inspiration that keeps me going, and that we all need. I think we all know that nuclear weapons are an abomination. They're an irrational, self-destructive representation of the worst aspects of being human, and we have the ability to transcend that. We've got one planet here. All we got to do is set the intention to get it together, and we can be rid of nuclear weapons, solve climate change, and just have a decent life together. Wouldn't that be nice? So with that, I'm going to turn it over to our founder here. Vahid Razavi, thank you so much, Vahid, for putting this together. Vahid does an amazing job with these events, and I'm going to stop talking because I don't want to put us behind schedule. Thank you.
Oh, thank you, Mike. Big round of applause for Mike. I know we're on Zoom, so it might make it hard to hear it, Mike. But I want to really thank you for the past 10 years for taking part in these events off and on and being a great part of it and a huge supporter of what we've been doing.